All right, what's going on, guys? We're going to try to make this one a little bit short and sweet as I am recording this kind of late. We're going to start off by showing you how I feel after this week.
I'm going in, bitch. I'm going in. I don't give a fuck. I'm going in. I'm going in. I'm tired of fucking losing, dude. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of being a bitch. I'm going in.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Anyway, segue into that, we're going to start by going over a few of the close games that we had this week. A lot of very, very close games. We'll start off by the one that gives me depression. Ben beat me 134.5 to 132.1. CD Lamb ruined my fucking dreams. Was up for most of that game. CD Lamb drives down the field, catches the ball, and goes down on the 1 yard line. No touchdown. Still winning. Awesome. He had Dallas's defense as well, so I would have ended up losing, but at the time, didn't know that. Very next play, CD Lamb touchdown, and I lost. So, moving on, Matt and Joe was actually a very close game. 118 for Matt and 110.5 for Joe, so about a 7-point loss there for Joe. And John, the undefeated juggernaut so far of this league, almost lost to Tiffany. John had 119.7 and Tiff had 115.9. As a couple of Zeke yards or Zeke touchdown away from bringing down the reigning king there. But it is not to be. Also, side note, John, if you're listening to this, you do not get the Crick Cup by defeating the both of us just once. We do play you again this year. We might even play. Some people, I think, play each other 3 times this year. I'm not looking at the schedule. I haven't looked at the schedule, but I don't know if we're one of those teams. But to achieve the Crick Cup, you have to beat the both of us for both times the entire year. Just saying. So slow your jets there, bud. I've realized it was on that the whole time. All right, cool. Not gonna redo it. Gonna do a little bit of NFL news. So, don't know if you guys saw Myles Garrett got in a car wreck. Got multiple sprains and cuts, and from what I read, he was released from the hospital the same night and passed the concussion protocol. That's unfortunate news. I'm wondering if the already not so great Browns defense is going to be even worse if they are without Myles Garrett. Other injury related news, unfortunately, Sterling Shepard tore his ACL on the shitty turf that they have. He's out for the season. So maybe the coaching staff will finally give Kadarius Toney or Wan'Dale Robinson a little bit of work, but not likely because the Giants coaching staff is essentially a shit show. Other than giving Saquon the ball, that's always good that they know how to give their best player the ball. In other shit show news, Zach Wilson is coming back this week. Joe Flacco had a nice run, but of course, as soon as he has one not so great game, they're going to throw Zach Wilson's dumpster fire trash ass back in there, and hopefully all of the Jets' options are not shit from the shit that is Zach Wilson. Last little bit of news. So you all have probably heard about the hurricane that is happening in Florida. The hurricane might affect some of the game times for this week. So like the Buccaneers have moved to Miami's practice facility or something. So if the hurricane is affecting a game time, I'm assuming that the NFL will play that game this week, but it's not a guarantee. I don't really have. I mean, maybe we can open up a discussion in the league chat. If something was to happen and a game gets postponed, do you. I mean, I don't even think we could. I don't know. Maybe we could talk about whether or not we want to allow those people that have those players affected to have a substitute. But at the same time, I'm thinking about it. So if they postpone that game, they're going to have to play it on their bye week. In which case, I mean, I guess there's nothing unfair about that if they just lose their bye week. So yeah, let's open up maybe a discussion about how you guys would want to proceed with that. We'll have a vote on it and see if it's even a thing that happens. Who knows? It might not affect anything whatsoever. So yeah, but if you know they're gonna be playing on Sunday evening and the game gets moved back to Tuesday, make sure you guys are aware of that. Um, as long as the game's gonna be played and we, you know, even if we don't agree on anything, there won't be any substitutes because the week's not ending until Tuesday. That it's just gonna be one of those is what it is things. And the Yahoo app is gonna be the one that judges, like, you know, when as far as moving the game back. I don't have any control over that. Moving on to waivers. So the big waiver wire ad this week was Romeo Dobbs, won by Tim for $33. A lot of bids on Romeo Dobbs. Tiffany with 26, not quite there. John with 25 and Ben with 21. So you three were in there, but Tim decided to pay up a little bit more and got Romeo Dobbs. Two defenses, a lot of fab spent this week. One of them by myself. I picked up the Philly defense for $9. Tiff bid 6, Matt bid 5, Joe bid 2. I don't ever really remember even myself bidding that high for a defense, but I am in dire fucking straits. And Tiff bid $6 for the Green Bay defense. Lance bid $1. So not a whole lot of big waiver wire fights this year necessarily. There haven't been, knock on wood, a shit ton of season-ending injuries that, you know, we're picking up the backup off the waiver wire. We're all fighting for it, and shit's going on week in and week out. It's kind of been a little bit of a lame duck year so far on the waivers, but you know, as soon as I say that, it'll change. There have been a lot of people throwing out, let's trade, let's talk trades and stuff like that. We still have yet to have a trade in the league this year. I've seen a lot of people saying that, you know, it's too early and everything else. But I would like to use this platform in which I am the one talking to let everyone know that my players are available, all of them, for the right price. If you're going to send me a trade offer for Jonathan Taylor, don't send me Mr. Backup running back or dude who's going to, you know, possibly be good for only 2 weeks or anything like that, because it's still Jonathan Taylor and I can still go 0-5 and potentially come back and win this thing. Not likely, not with my shit show of a team, but it's still possible. But anyway, everyone's available. Send me offers. Let's get some activity going. Moving on to the power rankings. At number 10, because we're going to start from 10 to 1 from now on, as long as I remember, but I'll eventually forget. At number 10, we have my dumpster fire of a team, 0-3. Hooray, hurrah, fucking Jesus Christ. 409 points scored, though, which is 4th highest in the league, but yet I am 0-3. Someone please feel pity for me. I have moved down 2 spots from last week, and I'm playing Ryan this week, so probably not going to get a win this week either, and it's looking like my shit show will continue and to be 0-4. Number 9, we've got Lance. with 324 points. He's down 4 spots from last week after his loss. He plays Tim this week, so we'll see how that goes. Speaking of Tim, at number 8, we have Tim with 358 points scored, down 2 spots from last week. And as I mentioned earlier, he plays Lance. Number 5, we have Matt. Or I said 5, didn't I? Number 7, we have Matt with 376 points scored, up 3 spots from last week. And he plays Tiffany this week. He who shall not be named at number 6 with 395 points, up 3 spots from last week. And Smokey plays Kim this week. At the number 5 spot, we have Tiffany with 398 points scored, down a spot from last week, considering she lost, but it was a close game. Where was I at? Oh yeah, she plays Matt this week. At number 4, we have Kim, 401 points scored on the year. She had a very big week last week, scoring the highest in the league. So that brings that total up a lot from last week's power rankings. She's up 3 spots, and like I said, plays Ben. Number 3, this was a little bit of a decision here. Number 3, I have Joe. 413 points scored on the year, down a spot from last week. He plays John this week. Only reason I ended up putting Joe at number 3 is because he did lose this week, and the aforementioned John and Ryan are undefeated. So, at number 2, we got Ryan, as I just said, 376 points scored on the year. So that's why I was thinking maybe Joe over Ryan just a little bit because of the points, but it's really not that much of a difference. He's up a spot from last week, and he's going to fucking destroy me this week. So congratulations on 4-0, Ryan. At the number 1 spot, we have John, who hasn't moved since we started doing the power rankings, who narrowly escaped defeat, or held on to win, whatever you want to call it. I think that was the closest matchup he's had all year, but still undefeated nonetheless. A win's a win. And like I said, he plays Joe this week. So, sorry for the short little thing here. I'm trying to talk about new stuff every week and kind of keep it interesting and not just go over the same thing over and over and over and make it boring to where nobody wants to listen. If anybody wants to get on here and chat with me about some stuff, we can go over, you can do the power rankings for a week, and then I'll chime in where we disagree, or we can talk about power rankings or anything like that you guys want to talk about, and we can have like a little bit of a verbal back and forth, or maybe we all agree on everything. Who fucking knows? So, yep, everybody, good luck this week except for Ryan. I wish you nothing but the worst of luck, even though you're going to win. So, have a good one, guys.